Cynthia Bailey and Mike Hill have called it quits. After 2 years of marriage, the Real Housewives of Atlanta alum announced their breakup in a joint post on Instagram. Quote, "While we both will always have love for one another, we have decided to go our separate ways. No one is to blame, and we are grateful that we remain good friends. We will always cherish the many memories we've shared as husband and wife." The exes ended the post by thanking fans for their love and support. The pair tied the knot on October 10th, 2020, and their nuptials were highlighted on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. At the time, Cynthia defended throwing a lavish wedding amid the COVID-19 pandemic of Access Hollywood's Housewives nightcap.
We have so many questions for you, and especially we just want to know all about your wedding and how that went down. We're excited to see it coming up on a couple of episodes.
My wedding was amazing. It was exactly the wedding that I was supposed to have. A lot of things happened. It was obviously very stressful doing it during the pandemic, but I will say, you know, hindsight being 2020, 10-10-20 was our perfect date. Everyone that came had a great time. There were no one was positive as a result of being at our wedding. We put a lot of time and energy and money into making sure that everyone was safe. And I'm excited to be able to share it with you guys. You know, last year was a very trying year for all of us. And I think at the end of the day, for me, just having something to look forward to, just really a believer that love truly conquers all. It was great in the midst of everything that happened last year. That was definitely one of the highlights of my year.
Your husband now is like, he's just an angel. Like, he's a saint. he says everything right. Like,
don't put him too high on a pedestal now. You know what happens when you do that. My husband definitely has blood running through his veins, and he is a good guy. He is a good guy, but trust me, we were tested during this pandemic, and we are still being tested, but I've never been more sure than I was when we got married that he's the guy for me.
Because I was going to ask, like, you need to give us an update on your life. How is a married life going between you two?
It's amazing. You know, I honestly feel like there's such a difference between being a fiance and a wife. Like, being a wife, especially my second time around, you know, obviously I'm, you know, trying to learn from the mistakes I made the first time around that didn't end up being my happy ending. I feel like so invested in him. I feel like I have wifely duties, if you know what I mean. It's like I try to cook for this man. I try to make sure everything's nice and clean around the house. You know, as a fiance, if I didn't feel like having sex, I'm like, no, babe, not right now. I'm tired. You know, I'm really kind of tired right now. But as a wife, I'm like, oh, I must please this man. I must pleasure this man. This is my wifely duty. Like, you're just more invested. Like, I want to make sure he takes his vitamins and keeps his immune system strong. Like you want the man to actually be around because he's your husband. So you want everything that, you know, to be good with you guys.